What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, because it does go a long way with helping out the channel. If this is your first time, I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops, and you're tired of being manipulated and dominated by a female culture, man. You are in the right place. Guys, I'm excited about this video today. I came across this Bible verse in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. So if you checked out the thumbnail, more bitter than death. And we're going to get into this video, man. So if you have your Bible, turn to Ecclesiastes, man. Pull it up on your phone. Chapter 7, verse 26. I'm reading out the King James. So here it goes. And it says, "And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands has bands," or chains. "Whosoever pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her." This is a very, very intriguing verse. You can also see a similar verse like this in Proverbs chapter 22, I think it is, verse 14. But this particular verse, the reason it jumped out at me is because it says that this woman is more bitter than death. Solomon says, "I find her more bitter than death. The woman whose heart is snares is traps, and nets, whose hands are bands or fetters or chains, something that's going to bind you." It says that she is more bitter than death. That death is taking a back seat to this woman. So what is a woman with snares, whose hands are bands? These are adulterous type women. These are women you're going to find half naked everywhere on social media. These are women who have no knowledge of the truth. They have no self-respect. They are completely sold out to Satan. The crazy thing about this is that God is using them as well. Let me repeat that. God is using these women as well. He's using them as a rod of judgment against those men who will not hearken unto his voice. Those men who will continue to beat their meat, desecrate keyboards, laptops, and desktops. Those men who's going to continue to flirt around with married women. Those men who are going to continue to be fornicators. Those men who have no sexual discretion. Those men who know what's right, but they choose to do evil anyway. Those men who are living by the gratification of their sinful nature, their flesh. They're feeding its appetite. It says that those men will be taken by her. God is going to use that woman to take you, to basically destroy you, to send your life down the tubes, to end you. Guys, God is holy, man. He's a holy God. He's a loving God, but he's a holy God, right? There's love, there's hate, there's judgment, there's reward, right? There's good, there's bad. There's blessings, there's curses. Solomon says that he finds this woman more bitter than death. Why? Because she's a gateway. She's a gateway to hell. She's a gateway. This woman is sold out to Satan. She is darkened in her understanding. She can't see the light. When your will is bound by this woman, when you will commit sins, you will fornicate, you will do things because of a woman, then God says that you're gonna fall into her hands. But it says that whoso whosoever pleases God shall escape from her. So if God sees you that you're on the right track, you're trying to overcome sin, you are hearkening to his voice, you are understanding spiritual principles, you are doing the right thing, right? You are not putting yourself in situations where you can be easily tempted. He sees that you are using the word to be a lamp unto your pathway. He sees that you're praying, that you're seeking after him. He's going to make sure that you escape this judgment from this wicked woman. Now, here's the scary thing about what I'm saying is that God is also using this woman as a rod of correction, a rod of destruction upon men who will not hearken unto his voice. This is serious business. Let me try to read this in another version. I'm going to do the amplified version. It says, and I discovered that of all irrational sins, none has been more destructive in beguiling one away from God as an immoral woman. Think about this. Amplified version. It says, and I discovered that of all irrational sins, none have been so destructive in beguiling, deceiving one away from God as an immoral woman. For more bitter than death is the woman whose heart is composed of snares and nets. These are traps. And whose hands are chains. Whoever pleases God will escape from her. If you please God, he will make sure that you escape from her. But the sinner, the man who's bent on evil, says that he will be taken captive by her evil. It says she is the most destructive. Watch what you view on Instagram. Watch what you view on TikTok. Watch what your eyes see. If you have these accounts, your Snapchat, these type of things, man, don't allow these things to poison you. Because this is who he's talking about. He's talking about these women. They're out here with no self-respect. Anyone send them $50, man, they'll expose their breasts. They'll expose their butt. They'll reveal their nakedness for monetary gain. They'll do it for likes. They'll do it for followers. Girls are making insane amount of money, man, prostituting themselves online. But they don't understand the damage that they're doing to themselves. They don't understand that what they're getting in return for what they're giving up is not an equal or fair exchange. They're darkened in understanding. Unless God brings them into the light and illuminates them, they will continue in this evil. If you are a man who does not please God, you will be taken by this woman. She's going to take you captive. She's going to swallow you up whole. Night, no more. Eliminated, annihilated. She's going to destroy you because you have put this person on a pedestal, so much so that you are willing to sin against God at all costs. You are willing to sin against God for the sake of your own sinful desires. To gratify your flesh, you are willing to sin against the Almighty. Solomon says that all sins are rational, but this, out of all the sins, this is the most destructive. This woman who can actually beguile a man with snares, chains, fetters, and turn him away from God. Man, this is Hold My Nuts podcast, man. If you got value out of this video, hit the like button, man. I'm going to holler at you in the next one.